December 12th is the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and our first guest tonight is here to share a new multi-year initiative to honor her in the lead-up to the 500th anniversary of her appearance to St. Juan Diego. Here to tell us about it and to weigh in on a recent controversy surrounding comments by Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi is Archbishop of San Francisco, Salvatore Cordileone. Archbishop, thank you for being here. Comments by a prominent member of your flock, Congresswoman Pelosi, are causing a bit of a stir. In 2022, you put Pelosi on notice. You said she should no longer receive communion and wouldn't be allowed to do so in your archdiocese due to her very public support of abortion. When asked about the prohibition, she told the National Catholic Reporter this: "I received communion anyway. That's his problem, not mine. My Catholic faith is Christ my Savior. It has nothing to do with the bishops." Archbishop, your reaction first to those comments, and she basically is saying she doesn't need a bishop instructing her. What would you say?
That's certainly not our Catholic understanding. Christ chose the apostles and entrusted with them the teaching authority of the church, and the apostles hand that down to their successors. We are a communion, that's true, but the bishops are the ones charged with safeguarding that communion and safeguarding the teaching of the church. So we have an understanding of the church sharing in a communion, and it's not purely an individualistic relationship with Jesus Christ.
Pelosi intimates in that interview that this case and your instruction is under review by Rome. Do you know anything about that?
I can say that there's been correspondence with the Vatican, but I was instructed that it's to be kept strictly confidential.
Okay, so it is under review. She did appeal it. Explain to those, Archbishop, who say you're being too hard here. Why do this? Why deny her communion? It's a sacrament for all, they say. You would say what?
Pope Francis issued a revised Book 6 of the Code of Canon Law, which has to do with the penal law, so sanctions and so forth. What I did, declaring she's not to be admitted to communion, is not part of that. I want to clarify that, first of all. I bring that up because he mentioned reasons for prohibiting someone from receiving the sacraments, which would be to repair any scandal and to move the offending party to conversion. It's ultimately all about the salvation of souls, and also for the sake of justice. So these were the motives. As someone who advocates the killing of innocent human life and the government to sanction it, we're talking, this is a very extreme situation, right? All the way up to the day of birth. Yeah. So it's creating tremendous scandal in the technical sense of confusing people, misleading people, and it's a huge injustice. It's a horrible, horrible injustice. And it puts her own soul in jeopardy. The ultimate motivation is the salvation of her soul, which is why I've issued that notification.
Yeah, and you also issued a statement recently asking people to pray for former Speaker Pelosi. I mean, which you've done all along, and I know you've attempted to establish a dialogue with her, and she's never met with you. So, it's very hard, I think, from the outside. People see this and they go, "Oh, look, the Archbishop's punishing Nancy Pelosi." No, it's really, this is an act of mercy to put her on notice that she's moving in a direction that is imperiling her soul and imperiling the souls of others.
Yes, I want to clarify. She has met with me in the past, but since the Dobbs decision and her announcement to work to codify this in the federal law all 9 months up to the day of birth, this is when it became truly urgent, and she has not met with me since then, despite my multiple attempts to request a meeting with her. So that's why I renewed it in my statement in response to that interview.
I see. I want to move on to your new initiative, and much happier, a bit of a conversation here. Project Guadalupe 2031. This is actually a response to Pope Francis's call to Catholics throughout the Americas to pray and prepare for the 500th anniversary of the appearance of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Tell us about this project. What do you hope to achieve?
I hope to achieve informing people of this call of Pope Francis. He issued this, well, in 2022, right? It's a 9-year novena in a homily that he gave. The homily itself was not translated into English, but the Vatican News Service did cover the story in English and quoted from the homily in English, but unfortunately it's largely unknown here in North America. I know they know about it in Mexico and other parts of Latin America. We want to promote awareness of this and invite people into this novena to instill greater devotion to Our Lady, because she's the one who always leads us to the encounter with her Son. So we've planned celebrations of the Mass of the Americas that I commissioned 6 years ago to bring the popular music Mexican people sing to honor Our Lady of Guadalupe into the sacred music tradition of the Church. So it's a Mass of unity. We're scheduling celebrations of this Mass of the Americas in different venues across the United States. And ultimately next year on the Memorial of Our Lady of the Rosary, October 7th, we will celebrate it at the Basilica in Mexico City.
So this is really an expansion, a continuation of that Mass for the Americas that you commissioned, and
Yes.
almost a different usage of it.
Yes, well, it's in a way, but with a specific focus on this novena, but in general, a Mass of unity, right? This all was born from 6 years ago. December 8th was on a Saturday, and we had an archdiocesan-wide celebration of Our Lady of Guadalupe on the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. So I thought, we all love Our Lady, no matter which side of the border we live on, what language we speak, what culture we come from. So we need to look to Our Lady as the mother who unites us all into one family of God.
You're also working with the Benedict XVI Institute on a rather ambitious goal, 100,000 home enthronements of Our Lady of Guadalupe in the next 3 years. Why is that important, Archbishop? You know, we see these devotions returning, but why is that one important?
This is another part of our effort to raise awareness of the 9-year novena, to enthrone that image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, because that is the pivotal moment of introducing Christ into this hemisphere, and we are all a part of it. Our Lady brought her Son to this continent as the popes would see this as one American continent. She brought him here to us. So she's our connection to her Son. So we enthrone her in our homes as a reminder of what she has done for us in giving birth to her Son. And she continues to give birth to her Son for us to lead us into that saving encounter with him.
Well, your timing is great today, this being the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone, we will leave it there. Thanks for being here. Look, for more information on Project Guadalupe 2031 and how you can participate, visit projectguadalupe.org. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
You're welcome.